Tonight, we're checking in with a local company that buys oil and resells it to local distributors all across the state.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Christian Colon is joining us now from West Hartford to explain the tough situations they're dealing with, Christian, which eventually, of course, will impact all of us.
Yeah, that's right. This is one of Saks Energy's distribution centers, and one of your home heating oil companies probably comes here to fill up their tanks right behind us. And because of the war, well, Saks Energy is paying more for oil, which means you will probably be forced to do the same. As more people started driving and boarding planes in the pandemic, oil consumption skyrocketed, but supply fell behind. Prices then increased. Now you add a war.
I've been here for about 30 years, family business, and this has been probably some of the worst 2 weeks of my life here. It's been horrible having to tell my customers that we're up 10, 20 cents a gallon, 30 cents a gallon in a day.
Steven Sachs buys oil and resells it to heating oil distributors. On top of blaming the pandemic, he says major companies are now avoiding Russia's oil.
And because they are a major supplier into the world and nobody's buying their product, now you have less supply and it pushes up price.
It's all part of the competitive global market where Russia produces lots of the world's oil. But even if the U.S. doesn't depend much on it, our allies do.
If you're one of the huge oil companies, Exxon, BP or something, you got a tanker that's got millions of barrels of oil on it in the middle of the Atlantic. If the price goes up in Europe, you can turn it around and go back to Europe with it. Well, nobody in America wants all that oil going to Europe that they were planning on bringing here. So the price goes up in America and the tanker doesn't turn around.
John Rosen with UNH says the current administration reduced oil production because of environmental concerns. We are still the top oil producer, but supply isn't enough, and we now lean a lot on the global market, something Sachs says should change in a war.
Our industry is working to reduce our carbon emissions. It just can't happen overnight. So temporarily, we need to become energy independent.
And Sachs says one way you can save money is by controlling how much energy you use, especially when summertime comes around when prices usually increase. In West Hartford tonight, Christian Colon, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right.